Hello, good evening, everybody. I hope sound is good. How is everyone doing? Thank you so much for being here. I don't know about you guys. I am super excited. Our guests are here, so looking forward to this one. So, are you guys ready? Make some virtual noise. I have posted about this. So you all know who we have on. JOUSSETPARFUMS joins us from Switzerland with his dear beloved wife. So I'm looking forward to it. Hold on to your questions for now. We'll get into that further down in the chat. But for now, I give you, ladies and gents, JOUSSETPARFUMS. So welcome everyone. Thank you so much for being here. John, I see you. Paul, I see you.
Hey there.
Hi.
Hello, good evening. It's so
Good
lovely
evening.
to have you on here. I'm super
Thank you.
excited, and I think I speak for everyone in the chat. So, looking forward to this. Jousset Parfums. For someone who's in the chat, maybe they are not very familiar. They've probably seen your face, they've seen your fragrances, but they are not very sure who the man behind the brand and who his helper is there. Hi, Melissa. So,
Hi.
please, would you introduce yourselves to the audience?
No? So, yeah, as you know, my name is Jimmy, and I'm the perfumer of Jousset Parfum. And I'm more like on the side of the development of the product. And this is my wife, Melis, and she's
Hi,
the
Melissa.
director of Jousset Parfum. So she has to introduce herself now.
Yeah, I'm so nervous. So my name is Melis. I'm doing everything behind the scenes. Most of the time, you see Jimmy, which is the
We know we.
company.
I think everyone watching will know and appreciate this. As they say, behind every man is a great woman. So, but
Exactly.
Melissa, you are not only Jimmy's wife. You are the director as well for the brand. So you oversee a lot of the proceedings on the brand, and obviously Jimmy is the brands behind the fragrances. So we are very excited. Thank you both for sparing
Thank
an
you.
evening to be with us. So I'm just going to say hello as well to the people in the audience. Hi, John. Hi, the late gamer. Comfort, I see you. And yes, John says Mr. Mia definitely knows that. I think he's referring to the great man and the great woman working together. Yes, John, you got it right. Right. So let's get into this. Please, if you will, and this question is directed because I know you both work there together on the brand. So please, if you would, just tell us about the brand concept and when was the brand formed, what inspired you to start the brand, and what inspired the name, because I've seen you've got a very interesting logo with the bed. I love that. So please, if you would.
So, yes, basically, at first we were a reseller of other brands, and I always got the nose. I was doing perfumes for a long time, just for myself. I was reselling on the side, but we noticed a lack of products in the market.
Wow.
I won't say it's lack of product. There's a lot of products actually, but there was a lot of things identical. So we wanted to show people that we can do something special with
Yes.
innovative scents, with powerful scents like this one exactly. And yes, we
She
wanted to show
just
people.
arrived.
Yes, that's true. So how do you like it?
I love this because I did sample it before, so it
Yeah.
wasn't even a blind surprise. I sampled it before, and I said to Fakwan, "I need this," and
Yeah.
Fakwan said to me that when I sent out the samples, I knew you were gonna love this one because I think he knows my taste. So
Yeah. And you
absolutely
have the
love.
original model.
Yes, yes. I
That's the first one.
specifically asked him if he still had one of these because I asked for a pink saffron. Unfortunately, they don't have the pink one, but so colorful. I love it. Yes. And I see, which is so creative. Sorry, I'm going to be catching up as well with the chat as we go along. And I've just seen Paul say that the imagery and is so creative and dynamic. So, yeah.
Yeah, so this is what we wanted to show. We wanted to show the parrot. So the bird is very colorful, very I would say expensive. Not expensive like money, but it's
Very luxurious.
large,
Yeah,
yes,
it's large.
white,
Yeah.
very white.
Yeah.
And we wanted to show the same thing with the picture, with the colors of the bottles, and with the rest, we wanted to show the logo in our brand.
Yeah, something fresh that we didn't see until now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's quite interesting, yes, because I found it quite interesting the fact that you've got a bed for the logo there, and it's, as you say, a very colorful parrot. So very, very colorful, and I found that quite interesting because lots of fragrances will see the brands will have either a fragrance shape or something like that, and you come up with that. That is quite refreshing. So well done on that. And as well, I'm curious, Jousset, because I'm not sure we discussed this. I wanted to know how long has your brand been on the market? What was the first creation on the market?
So we start launch on July last year.
Yes.
Yeah, mid-June, mid-July last year. So
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
It's
seven
really
months.
fresh, yeah.
Can I just say that for a brand that's very new, you are doing, I believe you are doing quite well because there is a lot of interest about your products, and I've had a lot of people message me, and this is why I said I think we should speak because lots of people are asking me about this. So I think we need to get you on here. And I only found out about these fragrances from Arabian Perfumes. So Arabian Perfumes UK, and you guys, I keep talking about them, and for some reason everyone is keeps thinking they sell only Arabian fragrances. You are wrong. They've got everything going. Any niche brand, indie brand, they've got them. So thank you so much to Arabian Perfumes as well for bringing you out here, because now I think a lot more people are getting onto these fragrances, which is good. So all the best. Moving along, I wanted to ask, or perhaps if you would, just tell us about the first fragrance that you created for the brand. Obviously, coming on the scene, you came with that thought behind the fact that a lot of the things you are seeing are quite similar, and you wanted to create something unique, which you've managed. Because I have samples of other fragrances, and as well, I'll come to my next question, but please, if you will.
So what we wanted to do on the first launch, it was to show a selection of different products. So we didn't launch just one product or two. We
Yes.
wanted to show 7 perfumes,
Wow.
and we wanted to make them all unisex. That was the first point we wanted. So we launched
Amazing.
only unisex perfumes, and then we wanted to show also very powerful strength and sillage products along with innovative scent and something like creative. That was very important
Amazing.
for us. Yeah.
Amazing. And I think you've managed in doing that because wearing, for example, in Imperial Harem is like, oh my gosh, this is not going away. Wearing wood, even the Gourmand Baka, even the African Queen, and oh my gosh, your fragrances. But then I'm quite curious as well to ask, and I want to know about the fact that at the moment there seems to be quite this new trend. I mean a new trend in the West, because we know that down in the Middle East they've been using wood for quite a long time, and now it seems that the Western market, suddenly there's so many woods. We've seen it with the designer brands. Everybody is trying to work with wood. Where
Yeah.
do you stand on that? What do you think the trend is gonna be? Do you think maybe in the few years people are gonna say enough with the wood, let's move on? Or what do you think the trend is gonna be, being in perfumery yourself?
So honestly, I think wood will still be there for very long time. This is a sure thing because you have to wait before using the wood. So there's a lot of brands that invest in agar wood, and a lot of people are investing in that particular oil because they know that it will stay for a long time. So this is like something sure.
Oh,
Agar wood is a special product, and as you say on Western perfumery, or we can say in designer perfumery, they use different types of wood, of agar wood. And
absolutely.
I love this product. I love it for real. I use it as synthetic. I use it as natural, wild,
Yeah.
organic. It depends the brief I'm working on. Uh, the only thing I noticed with wood is that people are not enough informed about it. So they can pay a price that is not fair, and they are enjoying synthetic notes of agar wood, and they think that's agar wood. And the problem with that is when someone releases a beautiful product with agar woods in it, with the same
Yes.
price, with 20 times more oil in it, maybe you can't understand the value of the product. So I think we need to educate people. We need to educate ourselves, and we need, as a brand, we shouldn't make like publicity advertising saying, yeah, this is wood, this is wood, this is wood, and at the end everybody's lost. And I have just one thing more for about this. This is why Strange Black Wood was renamed, because launching on the market, we launched
Yeah.
it, and after just a few months we said, okay, we can't say to people this is strange black wood if they won't smell a strange black wood in the scent.
It's actually
So
green. The strange black wood has
it's
quite
strange.
green notes. Yes.
Yeah,
That
it's
is, yeah.
resinous. There is wood in it, this for sure,
The-
but it's not the main key player, and we directly changed that.
So
We
what
changed it.
has it been named to now? Because that's the sample I have, obviously, of the original strange black wood. What's its
Now
new name
it's
now?
hypnotic leather.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I believe is that the one I think I have a sample of the, but it's still the same composition, isn't it?
Yes.
exactly. Yeah,
Just the
the
name
same
is
is
changed.
here.
Okay. Okay.
This
Okay.
is baby here.
Yes, give me. Give me, please. Oh my gosh, heavenly.
This one.
That's heavenly. Amazing. Yeah, I have a sample of that. You know, when I think on my initial sampling of Strange Blackwood, I did say to Fakwan, I said, it's actually very green. I wouldn't really have thought first thing that comes to mind is wood. I would think, oh, more like some green notes, like somewhere in the forest. But it's a lovely, lovely composition. Gorgeous. And then we have, obviously, I'm curious before I carry on, what is the best seller from the house? Like overall, or maybe you have different best sellers in different regions.
Yes, it depends. So there is two trends. First of all, there's Gourmand Bahour. This is one of the best seller for sure, because a lot of people are talking about it on internet.
I can
Uh,
see why everyone would fall in love. I can see why. You can't smell this and not love it.
yeah,
It's a
thank you.
gorgeous, yummy fragrance.
Thank you.
Stunning.
And
Please carry on.
the second part is on store. The physical store is very different because
Uh-huh.
people can discover the whole brand, the whole line, and they
Ah,
tend to
okay.
go on other products such as Hypnotic Leather or Ramadan Nights,
Yes.
Imperial Harem. This
Yeah.
is the three that we got the information from stores that it sold the most. As for internet, it's
Amazing.
Gourmand Bahour, Pink Saffron, African
I'm
Coffee.
gonna cry. That's how much
Which
is
one?
left.
Which
Which
one?
one is?
Imperial Harem.
Yeah.
Yes. Gorgeous fragrance. Gorgeous
Yes.
fragrance. Wow. So Ramadan nights as well. That's I can say. And are these bestsellers across the world or just here in Europe?
No, very across the world. Yeah.
Wow. Amazing. Amazing. Please carry on. Sorry, I'm trying to keep as well to see who's coming in on the chat. And please hold on to your questions for now. We will get to them in a minute because I have a few more questions I would like to ask. Before I carry on, Jimmy, how are we doing? Are we okay to carry on?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Melisse, shall we carry on?
Yeah.
Melisse, was there anything that you would want us to know? Did you have anything to tell us about the brand or something specific that maybe I have not asked yet that you would like us to know about?
Good
Not
question.
yet.
Not yet. Yeah, I think
Not
maybe.
yet.
during conversation.
Brilliant. Let's carry on. I have another question. And this question, before I come to asking about the composition, I want to know about distribution and how are you finding it? Because I know that anything coming out of Switzerland, going into Switzerland, it's very well controlled and it's just hard to get things to Switzerland or even out of Switzerland. So, being a fragrance brand, how has that been? Has it been challenging? What are the challenges?
It was one of our biggest challenge because we have to ship dangerous goods. We have alcohol in it.
Yes.
So it was really, really challenging. But we have some great resellers in the US. We have Sealed Essence who are supporting us. We have Forcan in the UK. They are doing amazing and they are helping us. Yeah, that's that.
Wow.
Every reseller gave us a big opportunity to spread the brand, because from Switzerland, outside Switzerland, it's very difficult to ship. If you
Absolutely.
declare the goods, if you do the declaration of the goods, the customer has to pay high price. And if you declare the goods for another amount of product and you send to someone and is doing the shipping locally, this is really better for us. So each of our retailers gave us the chance to grow so fast, and that's why in 6-7 months on the market we could reach these states. Thanks God,
Wow.
because our resellers are there and they're helping us.
It's really thanks to them that we can work like this. Because from Switzerland, it's almost impossible. It's really challenging.
Yeah, and also our customers are used to ask. They know we're in Switzerland, and they ask, okay, how can we do so? Maybe I won't pay any big charge, something like this. Where can I get this product? And this is help for us. Really.
Wow. Okay, that is I'm not even surprised because that is something I was expecting because like I said, I have a friend that lives in Switzerland and getting anything in and out is virtually impossible. And I did work at the airport and I know about, all sorts, and obviously, so yes, I totally get it. And it's amazing, as you said, this is where Fakwan and Siu Descents, they come in and do an amazing job because like you said, someone asking how much will I be paid, charged for taxes, because now we are finding ourselves in this situation. Before I didn't have to think too much about these things, but now every time I want to buy something online, I have to check where is it coming from, because I'm sick and tired of nasty surprise. Nasty surprises. You think I've bought something, forget about it, wait for it, it comes and it's another bill. So well, anyway, so it's great to have. And you know what, you're in good hands because Fakwan is the man, so you are in great hands there. And I've just seen a question from Joshua, and Joshua is asking that can you discuss Legantia de Iran? I think I have a sample of it. Yes. Yeah, I'm just gonna spray it as well so that as you be talking, let's.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not for me.
Wow. Not. Please carry on. Wow.
Okay, so basically, I wanted to reproduce that smell you got when you go to the glove maker, I wanted to show artisanal sides of glove making. So you'll pick up cold leathers and different type of leathers. That was important for me to show different types, not just one masculine leather. So this is clearly unisex, and
It
you have
is.
the same. It is, yeah, and you'll have the same saffron in it that you can find in a pink saffron. It's the same
Ah,
one. You can pick the same, but the scent is way more elaborated in backstage. I did big work on the saffron to show its facets, and
oh,
as usual, we had to put some gourmand notes. So we went for the white chocolate because on my brief I had like a white thing. I don't know why. I had white. I had this color. So I wanted to show white chocolate. I wanted to show that cold leather can be like the snow. You know, you have this texture of the snow. It's like leather. I wanted to play with that.
amazing.
And thanks. And so I did that bottle.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
So
I've
this is,
seen these. I've arrived in the UK. I saw
yeah,
that. Gorgeous.
thanks.
And they're
Wow.
So
yeah.
yeah, so I made it by hand, and you can see I wanted to play with texture. So
Ah.
that's like,
So that's why it's got kind of a rough texture to go with how the fragrance, what you are trying to create in the fragrance. So someone's looking at that bottle should know what to expect, like how will the fragrance smell. That is,
yes, because you know you can have the you can imagine the scent when you see the name of the product, and sometimes it fails. It's not enough, and we wanted to show another side. We wanted to show something else that gives you the impression and can tell you what is inside the bottle.
amazing. Amazing. Well, do you know what, Jimmy? There is a downside to this. When I have all these samples, I sample this, I'm like, babe, try this. He tries it. Oh, this is nice. And then we try this. We are like, oh, this is nice. I said to Fakwan last night, this is not good because it's bad for my purse.
But good for mine.
You know, one man's lost, another man's gain. So life goes on. But yeah, I thought this is because I want them all. I mean, there's not one I smelled which I can say, oh, maybe I'll pass. Everyone I smell, I'm like, oh, this is so interesting. And yes, like I said, I have my list, so I'll take my time and carry on going slow. And
Yeah, this is
please,
why
as well,
sorry, this is why we do it in a small sample sticks, 6
yes,
milliliters, so you can enjoy it for a couple of weeks, and you don't have to
yes,
bring.
absolutely. Absolutely. At least enjoy so that you know exactly what you want and you can prioritize like which one do I want first and which one
Yeah.
I will wait. And the interesting thing is, I'll tell you, Jimmy, I don't have anything in my collection that's as unique as this because there are some fragrances when I smell like, oh, I've got quite a few vanillas, I've got quite a few ambers, etc. But then I smell this, I'm like, oh, that's quite unique. That's something new. And so you've managed to do that. Anyway, how are we doing? Shall we carry on?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. I'm looking at the comment section as well to see if people wanted to say anything. And I'll just say hello to the few people that have come on that I didn't say hello to. I see Cal is in the house. Hi, Carino. And Shana is here. Hi, Shana. Hi, John. I've seen our dear Flavius is here. Flavius, good evening. And of course, Fakwan is here. And Fakwan says it's also bad for his pockets as well. Good fragrances. And Fakwan is here. Annie Vanla, and yes. And Annie says, Jimmy, I finally found you. I think she was trying maybe to find the stream. So here we are. So thank you so much, everyone that's here. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate. We can start with the questions. But Jimmy, I'm very, very curious also, because there's so many things I would like to ask, and can I carry on? I did write down questions just in case I forgot about a certain question. Who is your biggest fragrance influence?
My biggest fragrance influence.
Yeah, who has influenced you? Like, it can be someone that's alive or someone that's dead,
Okay.
dead or living.
So honestly, I got inspired from a lot of perfumers because they're working on different styles, different type of products.
Yeah.
Um, I don't think I have the same style of any, so I'm kind of my own, like every perfumer, I think.
Has his own signature.
Yeah, so each perfumer has his own signature, and you take from one, you take from the second one. You learned when you smell new products, you learn a new thing, and yeah, you complete yourself, and you're still learning with time. This is a sure thing. So I won't say there is just one perfumer. I have some models, this for sure, but I keep it for me uh, because I want to have this strict relationship with my perfumer, favorite perfumer, so I can work, I can learn, and I can do beautiful fragrances.
Amazing. Amazing. Thank you for that. We are always very curious to know what inspires the great man. Jimmy, as well, I'm curious. When you are creating fragrances, because I don't, correct me if I'm wrong, but when I think about Switzerland, I can't help think about chocolates, think about the Alps and things like that. So, how much of an influence has that had on your creations?
You say Switzerland on my creations, on my elaborations.
Both.
Mm, I would say we have some. We have a big chance in Switzerland that there's a lot of suppliers of very good products. So there's a chance
Okay.
to sample everything, to stock everything, and have a bigger palette, if I can say, to work with.
Amazing.
But yes, inspiration comes
Chocolate for
from,
sure.
yeah, chocolate. This is not like I'm inspired from chocolate, but I'm like a gourmand person. So I make perfume as I make food.
Caramel.
Yeah.
Because these I can't help. I mean, even looking at the picture of these, you can't help but picture sweet things. You know, lovely, yummy goodness. So yeah, I'm gonna spread a bit of
Do you
this.
pick the white chocolate now?
I do. I do pick up the chocolate. Yeah, I do pick up the chocolate. Wow. I'm going back to it, and the saffron is quite prominent now, like richly.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. And I'm not sure if I left this when I did the review or not, but I did say about the saffron that we have in the African Queen. It's the kind of quality as well that you find in one of the fragrances that I have, and this is a fragrance I very much love. But this fragrance costs a lot of money. So, and I did have a discussion about this with my husband, and I'm thinking, like you said, it could be that people are gonna say X, Y, Z, and it's actually maybe B, C, D. So it's quite interesting, but we are consumers, and the nose will love what it will smell. So
Yeah.
yeah, okay. Annie says the perfumes from Jousset are gorgeous. I could not agree more with that.
Mm.
Thank you so much.
Totally agree. And I'm just looking at the comments, and what have we got? Creme de la creme version of Goman Baka sounds extremely interesting. What was your thinking behind it?
Hey Paul, so we wanted to give a new version to Gourmand Bajo. Sorry? We wanted to give it a new version of this one, and we wanted to keep the same DNA. So we wanted to, you can smell the same vibe, you will have the same creamy vibe, caramelly vibe, but we wanted to make it a new version. So we give it another turn, and it's finished like peanut butter and chocolate. That's completely different from the first one. And we worked strictly close to Sealed Essence because it's an exclusive from the shops.
Ah,
And
right.
that's what we have analyzed, and we wanted to show people some other ingredients in gourmand perfumes. So you won't find any. I think you won't find a lot of peanut butter in perfumes.
No,
This is not peanut butter like a photorealistic one. This is,
Smells
uh,
like Snickers.
yeah, it smells like Snickers. It's
Snickers.
just a melt of peanut butter and
All
peanuts,
right.
chocolate. Yeah.
So you did create an accord of peanut butter.
Yes, exactly.
Amazing. Wow. So because you are telling us they can only find these exclusive in the shop. What is your shop called? I might have missed that.
I'm sorry, I didn't get you.
The Sealed Essence. Yeah.
This is an exclusive for Sealed Essence
Still
in
this.
USA.
Right. No, I thought maybe we might. I know you did. I know you did tell me this, but I have to ask in case someone is looking for this information because you did tell me this was exclusive in the US. So, is there any chance that we might sniff creme de la creme over
Yeah,
here?
sure. The the thing is, once you order on this website, you can get it from any country. They ship worldwide. They ship
Right.
the
Yeah.
shipments, they ship samples, so you can get it for sure. And this is why
Okay.
we wanted to work closely with them, because they have this service
Yeah.
that you can order from anywhere, and you will get your fragrance safely. So we were like, okay, that's
Amazing.
a good deal. Yeah, that's very good for
Okay.
every people to discover it.
Okay, brilliant. So, anyone watching and you are curious, because I've seen some friends out in the US, they've got to these fragrances. I saw the African Queen, I did see Gourmand Baka, I did see Pink Leather Imperial. So, you can get these fragrances, and like you say, even if you are not in the US, you can still order from Sealed Essence. They'll still deliver to wherever you are. So, I believe they ship to all countries. There's no exception, be it Australia or Thailand or things like that, isn't it?
Yeah,
That is brilliant because I know that shipping is one of the main hindrance to a lot of brands, especially smaller brands, because they just can't get their fragrances across the world. It's just impossible. Sometimes DHL will say, if you want me to ship your fragrances, you have to guarantee that you're going to be sending out 1,000 bottles a month. And if you don't have the customers, because I think 1,000 is quite a lot, so to
yeah,
guarantee that is quite something. So yeah,
yeah. So
I
this
just
is why we are available at Lucky Scent in USA. We are available in
Jovois in
Jovois in Qatar.
yeah.
all right,
We
yeah,
are
Jamal.
available in
Oman.
c'est
Yeah.
quoi le pays en anglais comment on dit?
Okay.
Non,
Netherlands.
Netherlands.
Nether-
We are available in Netherlands. Yes, we are available in Oman. You can. The thing is, we want to expand the brand. We want to be available on different countries, so
With some
people
quality
don't.
shops. Yeah.
Yes, so people don't have to struggle to find the product. They can find it and get it shipped to locally. I mean,
Amazing. Amazing. We have a question on the screen, and this is from Fakwan. So, Arabian Perfumes says, what has been your most proud moment as a perfumist since you started your brand?
um, I would say that um, when you see your baby, so your products, when you see it between other products that you already know from the
Yes,
past, and like brilliant brands, you're like, I think, yeah, you can be proud of you because you made something. You made something. I
amazing.
think that's
Absolutely. But then, Jimmy, you've made such stunning fragrances. You should be very, very proud. You should be very proud of your babies. They are gorgeous. I'm just getting whiffs. I don't even have to move to my arm. I'm just getting whiffs of saffron now. Just lovely stuff. Um, moving on, I have Carl says, Jimmy, the Greenwood says last pieces. Is that because you do not make again, or you will make more?
I can know. So this is because we won't make it anymore. So these are
Oh
the last
no, what's
pieces.
happened?
So the thing is, we have also to study the market and to see how people are reacting to the products. So that was part of the first launch,
Yeah.
and we saw that people like it because it's green, fresh,
Yeah.
that sparkling scent. So people like it, but they're not sharing it as we needed to explain the.
Ah,
So it's difficult to stop to produce a fragrance, but we say okay, better to stop it, and we had a lot of creativity. So we'll launch something else. We'll launch something more important.
okay. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. So, Karina, I hope you heard that. And can you give us an insight on what's next for Jousset Parfums? Fakwan, you jumped on my tongue there. Oh my gosh, look at the oils in this fragrance, you guys. Can you see how over here? Trying to can you see how glistening is my fist there? That's so much oil. Wow. Gorgeous stuff. Gorgeous. Wow. It's nice. Gorgeous. So,
Thanks.
did you want to tell us anything about what's coming, or shall we just leave that question alone?
I think we will leave it. So what I
Okay.
can say is we've
Stay
been a
tuned.
little bit aggressive on the market. We launched a lot of products, and we wanted to show people that we can do very beautiful things. And we just calm down for a moment to people to understand the product and to keep in a straight line. And yes, we will release something else this year for sure. Um, Not just one thing. We will go hard again because as
Keep
it's
them
COVID right
coming.
now, you can't go outside. You can't get some pleasure by shopping or anything. And I think now people need to enjoy themselves. They need to enjoy new product. They need to. It was the right
Absolutely.
time, and we had to give 100% now. So we did it.
Yeah. I think if it's up to Jimmy, he would launch every week a new
Yeah,
perfume.
every day, every day.
I know, Jimmy, every time I see, I'm like, oh, that is new. I'm like, wow, wow.
He's doing
Keep
like
them
every day
coming.
new perfumes.
Keep
Yeah.
them coming because the nose can never get tired of smelling. Keep them coming. I've seen a question from John, and if you would, Jimmy, if you would like, would you say or not? John is asking, do you have big dreams of goals, or is there a particular perfumer you dream of working with?
Yes, hi John. So for sure, we on my side, I want to make, I want to enjoy what I'm doing. So I think in a moment, I would say, okay, I'm doing fragrance by myself. It's not challenging anymore. Maybe
Yeah.
I have to work with someone else. I have to do a
Okay.
fragrance with another perfumer. I will have to do something new. I will have to launch a new brand, two new brands, open a big house and launch five, six brands. This for sure. And I do it because you're helping us. You're helping us because you love our product and you're sharing it. So you help us grow. And we don't have we don't want it to just take the money and launch five perfumes and then yes, see you in 4 years. We wanted to
No,
reinvest
no, please don't ever do that.
and
Don't ever
we
do
wanted to
that.
reinvest everything to make new products to show people will be here for a long time.
Okay, brilliant. Jimmy, before I carry on to my next question, I want to ask, did you train as a perfumer or are you self taught?
No, self-made, yeah. Because,
Wow.
uh, yeah, because thing is, I learned things. I learned it by myself, and I learned every day, and I'm still learning, making new products, smelling new perfumes for all the talented people. I'm learning every day, and I think you can't just be at your last point of making your art. This is not possible. Or it means
Absolutely.
that you are not artistic enough.
Wow, Jimmy, that's very inspiring because there's someone in the audience, and we were just having this discussion. And themselves, they do sell fragrances. I'm not mentioning any names. And I said, you really need to get into making fragrances as well because, I mean, it's the natural step that anyone would take. If you are dealing with fragrances, it's the same thing like if you are into fashion, into anything, cookery, etc. Your dream would be to make the things that you are interested in. So it's only natural, and it's amazing that you are self-taught. How many years did it take you though to um,
So
study this and learn?
it was like a very long training because I had to differentiate every raw materials. I have to get the association to do it by myself, to know how to source products, know how to work with products, how to melt them. It was very long time. I can't say actually it's been like 5 years. I think a little bit more than 5 years because I was trying to mix basically two different oils and see what I can get from it. Since very young, I'm doing this. So, and I was like wearing myself, and I think it started from young, and even by layering, you're trying to elaborate something on your side. So this is the large scale. If you take it on a small scale, it's possible to do it, but it will take a long time, and you will have to get the nose for this. This is not like everybody can do it, but everybody can be trained to do it. This is sure.
Absolutely. Wow. And I'm just looking at the comments. People are just saying self-taught can be better as you're not doing same as everyone else. So well done. And as well, Shana did say self-taught. Wow, respect. So, and yes, everyone is saying they do agree. And as Scott says, always learning, always growing. Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. I totally agree. And self taught, I don't know, I have quite a lot of respect as well for people that are self taught as well, because I think that it takes discipline, determination, everything out of you to actually, because when you are self taught, you are not like it's different to like when you go to a school where you know every day someone is going to tell you, give you a deadline, do abcd in abcd time. So if you're going to do that by yourself, takes discipline, because sometimes, I don't know about everyone else, sometimes I have to motivate myself to do things, because there are days you wake up, you're like, I'm not feeling like doing anything. The easiest option today would be to just sit down and have a tea and watch TV all day or whatever. And it's so tempting. And then you have to always, tell yourself, what are you doing? Why do you want to sit and watch it? Get up.
Yeah,
Do
exactly. But
something.
this is the same for I think for everyone. And I got
Absolutely.
this also. I got this. The thing I do is I wake up very early in the morning,
Really early.
Yeah.
and I make like I take a nap on the afternoon, and then
I'm actually surprised, Jimmy, that you even sleep.
Sometimes he's not.
look at this.
Because you create
I'm,
so much. I'm like, when does this man rest?
yeah, I don't know, but yes, you have to do everything on your own, and I mean, I would love to learn how to do fragrance from a school, because this is completely different techniques, and you get
Mm.
completely different connection after that. You got very like yes, cool teaching of the art. So this is very different, and I think this is not the same job at the end, because you don't work the project the same way, and this is what gives the difference. And I don't say that like artisanal perfume or doing it like raw is better than when it's like a bouquet, very soft and very well rounded. I don't say it's better. This is people choice. Some people prefer this and other people prefer that. And I'm trying to mix both. I'm trying to give something raw and I'm trying to make it as a bouquet. So this is why it's different.
Amazing. You are succeeding in doing that. And as you were talking there, I was just thinking to myself, the problem I find, I mean, I say a problem, or maybe shall I say an issue I'm having at the moment is some of the fragrances I used to love, like long time ago. I used to a few, even going back a year ago, I had more designer fragrances than I did niche fragrances. Just 2 years ago, I had more designer fragrances. I would buy more, but the more I've sampled lots of indie brands, lots of niche fragrances, I'm finding myself buying less and less of designer fragrances because, and now when I sample them as well, I'm like, a lot of them, they are quite synthetic. And as well, I want, if I smell a fragrance, if I'm smelling a rose, I want to actually smell the rose from a fragrance rather than, because I find now like some of the designer fragrances, they are mixed with so much, and some of the ingredients I can't even tell what this is when I'm
Mm.
smelling it because I can't relate it, because I don't have the opportunity to sample all the ingredients out there. And I'm finding myself in a situation where I can't even talk about this because now I'm like, I can't even understand what is in this because I'm now getting used to smell, because some of the fragrances like indie brands, you smell, for example, oak moss. Oh my gosh, you pick it up. This is oak moss because you can relate to this. You sample something, a pine, you can smell that. And this is lacking to my nose in a lot of these designer brands because and for that reason I'm finding myself more and more buying, you know, natural fragrances, so to speak. I want a touch of naturalness to anything. I don't know if this is to do with me now getting older, growing up, more experience in life, etc. I don't know, but I'm
I think
rambling.
I understand your feeling, and I think this is different. I would say designer is a product. Designer perfume is a product. You buy it because you want to smell good, and that's the point. If you want to just smell good, you have designer products because there is a huge amount of ingredients in it. The blend is complete, and you will have like that bouquet of designer fragrance, and you smell good, and that's it. Maybe you get emotion through that, or maybe you can try to get emotion through that. But if you don't have the emotion, you will go on other type of range, and you will go higher. You will discover niche perfumery, and if you don't find your satisfaction in niche perfumery, you will go on artisanal, ultra niche perfumery. And if you don't find that, I don't know. But yeah, this is the
No,
movement,
for
and
you then.
people, a lot of people like designer products, and we all started with designer products, I
I
guess,
think so, yeah.
because niche is, I wouldn't say it's new, but niche is more accessible right now. You find niche everywhere. Before that,
Yes, I
it was
think.
really, yeah.
Yes, and as you say, it's about accessibility, and obviously, this is the whole point of even having these discussions like lives and etc. And thanks to Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, now people can know more about niche products that say 10 years ago we wouldn't have had the opportunity, because for a lot of us, and I think this is for a lot of people, the only fragrance options we had was going to your local mall and go to the, and that's where we used to buy. That's where I always used to buy, to your drugstore, etc. So
Mm.
yeah, I've seen Amina say something here. um I always ask perfumers, what was your most dependable resources while learning and creating? I can imagine this is an ever learning process, so I wonder where you revert to when you need some guidance. Great question,
Okay,
Amina.
give me a second because I'm not native English. I have to
No,
think
no,
about it.
please take your time.
So could you just resume, please, Mia? Because I'm sorry,
Yes.
I
No, no.
didn't get.
Amina's question is asking, when you are making fragrances, what is your most used material of reference? What do you always refer to when you need some guidance? Because there's a few books, for example, a few books which people read when they are learning how to make fragrances. So, what do you use for guidance when
Uh-huh.
you have to create? Yes.
So for sure, I smell other perfumes. I try to get a lot of products to analyze, and I buy a lot of independent products. I buy raw material by their own. So
Yes.
I try to do like this. Yes, I read book. Yes, I watched videos on YouTube. Yes, I had to learn some basic chemicals. Yes, I maybe was like in total 1 year reading forums and learning and doing by myself. And I think uh, the more important is the other person feedback. This is what you really need, because you can do what you want. At the end, maybe someone will like it, but if a group of people tell you, yeah, that's really nice, so you know that the way you worked is okay,
It works.
and you can
Yeah.
continue this way, you can improve from this way. I hope I
Fantastic.
answered the question. I'm not sure.
Yes, just to add on to that, Jimmy, I'm curious, just to add on to our question, was there any specific books, for example, you would recommend, or any, I don't know, go to information, maybe a website or something where you would think maybe this place would help you?
I think you can't get enough information in one place. No matter if you want to love perfumery, you don't have one book that can
Absolutely.
resume everything. Um, but yes, there is great books, and I think what you have to do is read less books and try
Practice.
more things. Try it. Do something from your own. Do it and try. But for sure, there is restrictions. There is, like you talked about Trimos. There's a lot of things you can't use as you want. So you have to learn on the side. But you can't just read books and say, okay, I read a lot of books and now I know. Do it.
I totally agree with that. Jimmy, what would be your advice to someone looking to sample materials in their home, for example? Because I know that buying fragrance oils maybe they are quite different to how they smell depending on what they are, be it for example, synthetics and naturals. So, which would you recommend someone to stick to, this or that, or would mix? What do you say? Because someone said to me, like for example, when you take even like a lavender, so lavender in its natural state, and you take maybe a synthetic lavender and accord, they might be quite different in smell. What would you say to that?
The thing is, there is a lot of type of extraction. There's a lot of type of different place that you can get this product. I mean, from a country to another country, the smell is different. And if the extraction is different, you won't have the same smell. If you buy a product, just make sure that it's pure and it's not like melted, because I'd say maybe you can buy a product and you have like 10 milliliters of something, of let's say lavender, and you
Yeah.
can buy the same product for another price, cheaper, and you only have like 2 milliliters of lavender and carrier oil. So the smell will be completely different, even if it's from the same place, from same extraction, just it's blended already. So it's very different. Sorry, very difficult to say. Very difficult to answer
I
the
see what
question.
you mean. I see what you mean. So this, I think that's quite interesting. So if you had, for example, 100 ml and a 15 ml, they might smell different.
Yeah, sure. Even
Is
from
it
the pack,
about the quantity, the difference in quantities will also affect the smell?
not like this.
Mm,
But if I give you, for example, if I give you a Fanta, let's drink a Fanta, and I give you a glass of like a glass, complete glass, and
Yeah.
I drink the same, but just the half, and I add water. You will have the same quantity
Yeah,
in the glass,
diluted. So yeah,
but
so
it will smell
diluted.
different. It tastes different. But so this is what you have to take care when you buy products. You have to know what you're buying so you can know how effective is the product. And
Absolutely. I
but
get it
just
now.
just one point. There is a lot of things you have to be careful of, and that's a lot of work you have to do. It's a lot of time to invest, a lot of money to invest, and yeah.
Wow. Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing with us.
Thanks.
That is quite interesting because I think like we were talking naturally for people reviewing, because we are seeing this more and more now, reviewers coming out with their own brands. We've seen writers with their own brands, and they are all self-taught. So this is very possible, and even shop owners coming out with their own brands. So this is very possible, and I think people are asking because they are curious. Maybe they are looking to create at home. I mean, I personally would love to play around, and I'm nowhere near anything, but it's interesting to just learn and smell. And yes, moving on. Jimmy, Jimmy, how long have you been making Jousset? We did speak about this, didn't we? Karina, he did answer this question. So Jousset Parfums is from last year, only launched last year
In
and doing
July.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, in July. Yeah.
Absolutely. They are referring to the designer fragrances here, I think. Um, Great question. Go on, Jimmy, show us your spray.
Okay, I'll show you.
It doesn't spray.
Show us your spray.
No, what I do is I take the perfume. I try to
Ooh,
take a strong one. When I have the strong perfume, I just put one here on the chest,
yeah.
back to the hair, and that's all.
So that
And
Jimmy,
three
they
is a
can
lot.
smell you even when you leave, and they can smell you when you arrive. Great.
Yeah, but the
Amazing.
thing is, you have to understand how the perfume is reacting to your skin. Then you know technically where you have to put it. And yeah, every time it's your skin is heating, so you have the smell, and yeah.
I always spray depending on what fragrance it is, but I always spray on my skin, and as well when I'm going out, I most times I'm wearing a scarf, so I always love to spray on my scarf as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that even if I it's gone on my skin, I can still sniff my scarf.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right. Moving on. Carino said, hang on, come on. Same normal design and niche perfumes change my mood, not just smell good, especially knowing there are tens of thousands of perfumes everyone smells. Yes, I absolutely agree. And this is a reason why I stopped wearing much of my designer fragrances. And I realized actually I've not worn a lot of them in a long time. And I think one of these days I may have to part with them and just buy more niche fragrances, because I don't like wearing, for example, you wear Coco Mademoiselle. Everyone even knows it. Even people who are not really generally into fragrances, they will smell, they will know this smell. You wear La Vie est Belle, everybody knows it. The same, Savage. Everyone knows you're wearing Savage. Everyone knows you're wearing La Mer. You know what I mean? And
Mm.
for someone who it can be a bit annoying where you just are like, you know what? I'm actually not very interested in smelling like all of you. I'm a bit special. I'm a fraghead. So yeah. Um Oh, Jimmy, this is a very interesting question. Paul is asking, could you maybe consider producing fragrance infused beard products? Your beard is awesome.
Thanks, Paul. No, I think this completely different type of emotion. I really want to share emotion with people, and I think the best way is
Oh,
to make it as a spray perfume. But I make some for myself, this for sure.
well, Jimmy, if you can make for yourself, you might as well share with the world. Sharing is caring. I can see them being quite popular too because men want to smell awesome with their beards as well. Why not? So that would be something interesting. I feel, Jimmy, I feel like because I've seen fragrance brands or other brands do this. If you get into fragrance, you can make fragrances. Surely you can easily make some lotion, easily make some cream,
I
easily
can do
maybe.
everything. I can do cream, body lotion. I can do candles. I can do diffuser. I can do everything related to scent. This is sure. But what's
Please.
the purpose of the brand is not just
To do everything. Yeah.
to do any products related to smell. It just for us really the emotion go through the oil and through the spray, and we want to stick on that.
Maybe in future.
Maybe
Maybe
we
a
can
Christmas
reconsider. Yeah.
special. Maybe a
Sorry.
Christmas special. Never say never.
No, I don't
Maybe.
think so. I don't think so. But we can think about it.
I know. I've just seen Amina is asking, speaking of scented products, would you consider producing scented candles? I'm a candle lover. Me too. I'm burning a candle at the minute. It's Tessa Williams. I love candles. So, yeah, why not?
What do you want? Gourmand Bafour for Christmas and
Oh my
candles.
gosh, that would be amazing. Can you imagine? Cozy Christmas time. Yes, please. I just wanted to show Amina this one because I think Amina, you would love this one because I know she loves this. It's a Tessa William one. Where's the camera? I love candles as well, so definitely would be amazing. And what better if we can smell something that we are used to, similar, familiar smells to have it, because we want our environment to smell amazing, not just us. So,
Mm.
yeah. And John is concurring and he says, wow, maybe body cream as well. So I like that. This brand is dedicated. And Joshua is just saying that he likes the fact that this brand is dedicated to evoking emotions. Absolutely. And this is what you find in a lot of these creations. And smelling the pink saffron. I don't know, smelling the pink saffron, Jimmy, gives me the impression of maybe me going to like a Moroccan, not to the pink saffron. What did I think this is the strange
This is the
oud.
Lantidirant.
Yes, gives me the
Lantidirant.
impression of like going to a Moroccan like a restaurant, but before you sit down to eat anything, you just enter. They've got some incense, they've got all these things, just smells out of the ordinary, like what you would smell when you were outside. You enter, it's like you enter into a different world. That's the vibe it gives me. So gorgeous that they transport us. Um, Oh, shame. But maybe when things open up, it will be maybe possible when people are traveling. Amina, and I'm a candle lover. So we've got few candle lovers in the audience. So Jimmy, I think this is a sign. Jimmy, Joshua, I'm wondering, do you mean from their collection or just any? Um, oh, Spice Market. Yes, a Spice Market in like Istanbul, when you go and they've got all these flavors of color and spices and amazing. And I'm just catching up on the chat now. And yes, everyone agrees we would love a candle, maybe some body cream, things like that. Yeah. Right. Moving along. I know you've created quite a lot of fragrances in such a short period of time. Okay. Before I carry on to the question, Joshua is asking, what is your favorite from the collection, Melis?
Ooh.
From the Jousset Parfums. What is your favorite fragrance?
I think my favorites is pink saffron for sure. It's really easy to wear, and
Yes.
African Queen is my everyday to go.
Oh, wow. So you smell gorgeous every day. I mean, not that we would expect anything less.
Yeah,
Amazing. Pink
yes.
saffron. It just so happens that Pink Saffron and African Queen are also my favorite. Of course, Gomon
Really?
Baka as well. I had smelled Gomon Baka, and it was instantly my number one. Then Pink Saffron. The list goes on, as you know. Amazing. Moving on. Amina is asking, what do you guys have planned for the rest of 2021? And Pandri, spill the tea. If there's already discussed and doing chores. Oh, I mean, that's all right. Carry on with your chores. We're done with chores over here. Right. So you did say you have some fragrances coming out. So
Yes, for sure. Yeah.
there's
Yes, because
new releases.
that's
Yeah,
important for us because people are needing new experiences. They need new smell.
absolutely.
They need new design. So as we
Yeah,
can do it, we will do
just
it.
need, absolutely. We just need something to cheer us up,
Yeah.
especially when we have nothing to do. I mean, it's not like we can cheer us up going on holiday somewhere nice, exotic places. We can't do that. So just carrying on with things we love. And um, Jimmy says, Jimmy does not want to do candles low, melting wax. Oh, golden. Oh, goodness. Do not fall for it, Jimmy says. I'm guessing Karina is attempted these things at home and he knows what he's referring to. Interesting. Someone said to me, making candles is not as easy as you would think. I don't know how true that is because I've never tried. I
So
need,
I think you can try. This is not so hard to do. You have to try. I think you do it like 5, 6 times, and then you know how to do your batch. It's not so hard to do it at home. And yeah, just take the right oils and take the wax, learn the
yeah,
process, and make it. Make it.
Just do it.
amazing. That is quite interesting, but no, I wouldn't attempt in case I bent the house down. That would not be so very nice. Moving along, I wanted to ask a question. How long does it take you to create fragrances from start to finish? Because I'm guessing that even though your fragrances launched last year, you probably had been working before this time on these creations. I don't know, how long did it take from start to finish?
So it really depends. I mean, like for example, for Gourmand Bahour, that was very quick because the brief was simple. I wanted something like creamy, milky caramel, and I wanted something powerful. So I had my brief. I wanted it to be like caramel color. So that was quick. I didn't have to think a lot about this. And I got my batch. I just bought the oils I needed for doing it. I just mixed them. I made my composition. It took
Yeah,
me maybe like 2, 3 hours to do it. I smelled the final result. I was satisfied. So this one was really quick, but there is a lot of fragrances that I didn't finish yet because I can't finish them. And yes, it can take like 1 year, 2 years to develop a fragrance. If you want to develop a whole line, it will be even difficulter. So that's French. And
so
yeah,
this
you
is
can
why you have.
take a lot of time. It depends on the fragrance. Maybe in 1 week it's done. It's really
Wow,
depends.
amazing. Wow. So you have to have a lot of patience and a lot of trial and errors and stuff like that. Okay. Um,
Clinical.
yes. I'm curious as well, Jimmy. Would you please talk to us about the African Queen? I know this is a fragrance that's been posted quite a bit about, but I want to hear it from you. Please, African Queen. Is there a queen in mind? Is there a queen
So
in mind?
not specially, but I had it in mind. Like I drew my African queen in my head. I wanted her to have a yellow dress. I wanted her to be very tall and very sophisticated with a lot of power, but inside she's just sweetheart. And I wanted to to make something and to say there is African queen, there is queens in the world, and every woman is a queen because they have to be strong, and inside they're just sweethearts. And that's not a woman perfume. A lot of
Very
guys,
unisex.
yeah, a lot of
Very, very
words
unisex.
about them. But the brief was like this.
Amazing. That's great. So I smelled African Queen, and for some reason it even took me back to my younger days when my mom would make us caramel sweets, and I had that in mind. And when I was talking about it, I think lots of times I have to cut out so many things out of my reviews because my husband says, "You talk too much." This is too much. It's going to be too long. So then I end up having to trim a video to make it where it's bearable to watch. Otherwise, all my videos would be hours plus. So,
Yeah.
and yeah, and Karina is saying it's a fragrance I absolutely love. Thank you so much, Joshua. Thank you for being here. And yes. So, wow. Okay. And please tell us about the two new fragrances that have just landed here in the UK. Fakani sent me samples. I don't know what I haven't looked. Iran. So we did speak about this one, didn't we? And
Did
then
you
we
get
have,
did you receive the other one?
yes, it just labeled it LF. So
Okay, that's Lesh Flam.
Lesh Fam. Okay. Would you tell us a bit about it? Before you speak about that fragrance, please, Jimmy, Paul is asking, what are the pros and cons for working together on a fragrance?
You mean with her?
Yes,
What did you say?
I think we're having a lot of fun.
that's
Yeah.
nice.
I don't know.
There are no pans flying.
No, not really. This is really enjoyable. We have
Yeah.
fun. We work together.
We laugh a lot.
Yes,
Yeah.
and maybe we are tired. Maybe sometimes we're really tired, but at the end we're doing something for someone else. So that's a pleasure. That's always pleasure.
But it's nice because when you're tired, it's like, oh, we are tired together, and you don't have to explain
Exactly.
like, this is how my day went. I need to have this much rest,
Exactly.
because you know what she's been up to. She knows how you're feeling. So, and I think it's nice to work with your best friend, because then it's not like
Exactly.
going to work with other people where you just think, I can't stand him. Why are you coming to my desk? Go away.
But she's tougher than me because she works on the side. She
Yeah, I'm
works. She
working
have
full time.
full time. And
Wow.
then she come back and she have to handle the rest from the
Now
side.
that's the real queen. Here is your crown.
Thank you.
There is the real queen. Amazing. Well done. Such strength. I congratulate you because you are both doing an amazing job. And I can't wait to see what comes out from your brand, because so far what I've seen, amazing stuff. And I believe, but Jimmy, there is another brand that you work on separate from Jousset Parfums.
You mean exclusive blend?
Yes, the exclusive blend. Can you tell us a bit about them? Because they're quite interesting, and the presentation for those bottles, wow. So, would you talk to us about those? Because I think maybe for some people watching, they are not quite aware about those fragrances. Do you have any
Yeah.
bottles you can show us there?
Bottles, you said.
Yeah, from the exclusive blend, if you've got any.
So This one, for example, this is the exclusive blend.
Yes, the
Uh,
gorgeous.
I will show you other bottles, but thing is, you have the la collection blanche, which is
Yes,
Gourmand Barcourt, Pink Saffron, etc.
yes.
And la collection noire will be released really soon. And on the side, this is exclusive blend, and we wanted to put more personal work on the design of the product, or we wanted to put more, I would say,
More
more
oomph.
aggressive product on the blend. It means
Yeah,
that we can't just take one fabulous agar wood that is aged for 50 years and
yeah.
give it to someone that think it's the same thing that we have on the Ramadan night, for example. And we don't want to lose people. We want to separate the two, and we want um, yes, sorry, I will show you. And this is for example, this is the bottle of Lèche Flamme.
Wow, yes. Gorgeous. Stunning.
And
And you handmade these bottles, didn't you?
yeah, so the glass not, but yes,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hand,
No, no,
yes,
yes, but you did yourself. That's a
the
whole lot
glass.
of talent going. You've gone. Come to mama. Gorgeous. Look at that. That is stunning. I'm so fascinated, and one day I'm gonna. Oh, Jimmy, don't show me anymore. My face is crying. Gorgeous. They're absolutely stunning. Really, really very artisanal, and it's things like that I do appreciate. So, wow, is that the time? Amazing. Okay, I think I did ask any questions. I don't know. Are you seeing any effect of COVID on your brand or not?
Um, I would say that from the beginning it was very difficult because we launched during the COVID,
In the first lockdown, it was
yeah,
really
first
challenging.
lockdown.
Yeah.
We did it
Yeah,
on the first lockdown we had in Europe, and it was very difficult.
Yeah.
It
yeah.
was difficult to import products. It was difficult to export. It was difficult to
I
make
remember
effort.
because
Yes, please.
no, no, carry on.
And yeah, it was very difficult to launch during that period. We thought it will be a bigger challenge, but by chance, as people were in house, they needed to discover something, and on our
Absolutely.
and on our work it was the same. We were in house, so we had to work on the project. we
Yeah.
we had no time to chill outside.
Yeah,
We
we
had
have
to
more
work on
time to
it.
invest. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we invested more time in this. So COVID for us
It's a blessing.
Been a
was a
blessing.
blessing on that point. It was
Absolutely.
helpful.
That's how I feel like, you know what, this lockdown did give us a chance to just step back and just focus on things we actually
Exactly.
wanted really to do. Because, yes, and even throughout the winter, it's been nice because I feel like if it's summer, I'll be tempted very much to go and sit on the beach. I mean, not that I need the sun, but I like to go on the beach. Yes, so I think that's brilliant, and I mean what you've been up to is speaking for itself because you brought us amazing products and we are enjoying them. So at this point I can only wish you the very best for what's coming up. So yeah, and I've just seen Amina is asking, do you guys have a favorite perfumer? This we spoke about already. So
Amina,
yeah.
please look the video on YouTube afterwards. No, thank you for the
Yes,
question.
Amina, we
Yes,
did.
we
Yeah,
we
he's
talked about
answered this question, Amina, and yes. So I think, Jimmy, Melissa, you've been amazing, and I
it. Thank
feel
you.
like I've taken too much of your evenings, and I will leave now because little children are soon going to be going to bed, and I don't want them to go to bed
No,
without
we were with them.
saying bye.
Thank
But
you for
that's not the
thank you
reason.
for that visibility.
I It is my absolute pleasure, Jimmy, and I hope we will speak soon, especially when we've seen new things coming out, and
Yes.
we will be here. And I'm very happy to support your brand because I like the concept. I love the fragrances you're bringing out. So thank you so very much. We can only wish you the very best. And everybody says thank you to you so much. So, Jimmy,
Thank you
you've
all.
been
Thank
Thank
a
you,
you.
great
Mia. Thanks a
Thanks so
lot.
guest.
much.
And
Thank you.
thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I shall be seeing you all very soon. Have a good evening.
You
Bye
too.
bye. Good evening. Thank
Bye. Bye, everyone. See you soon.